Hey guys, Monochrome here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Genuinely good to have you. Well, Buck has their Bantam models, and Victorinox has a Bantam model of their own. And the two knives are very different. Today, we're taking a look at the Victorinox Bantam. Sorry about the glare on the scales from the overhead lights. I can't turn those off. This is a one-layer Victorinox. However, you get two tools with more than two functions. As usual, though, Victorinox counts the split ring as a tool, and you do have a solid attachment for it. And this model, like many, does come with tweezers, standard Victorinox tweezers. Very useful, very handy. And then on the other scale, you get the plastic Victorinox blunted toothpick that, in my opinion, not very useful. But you do get it, and I guess if you got something stuck in between your teeth, it's better than nothing. But okay, let's take a look at the two main features. You get a slip joint, non-locking main blade, and the blade length is just a hair under 2 3/4 inches. Just a hair under 2 3/4 inches for the blade length. And yes, I did measure twice. Actually, I measured 3 times. And as usual, guys, specs in the description box below. There will be a few specs, so check that out when the video is over. And I have to say that out of all of the Victorinox models I have, this Bantam is the stiffest opening out of all of them. Now, I'm sure it'll loosen up a bit over time with use, but yeah, right out of the box, I noticed compared to my other Victorinox Swiss Army knives right out of the box, this main blade, stiffest opening out of all of them. And that's a good thing, because this is a non-locking slip joint knife. So that's a safety feature, making the opening and closing as stiff as you can without being ridiculous. And yeah, it definitely closes with some authority, so be careful of your fingers, guys. And then over here, we have the Victorinox combination tool. Instead of getting a dedicated bottle opener on one side and a dedicated can opener on the other, you get one tool that does both jobs. And as you can see, it does have a half stop. 90-degree half stop. Open it fully. Again, very stiff, very stiff. You got your wire stripper notch and bottle opener. Since this thing curves down a bit, you can use this as a can opener, although it's not ideal. it's not ideal. And because of the shape on the end, you can also use this as a flat driver. So you have one tool that does more than one function. Wire stripper, can opener, bottle opener, flat driver, and I don't know, technically, maybe you could use this flat end as a very, very light duty pry bar. Although, yeah, no. Technically, you could, but yeah, it would have to be something extremely light that you're prying up, like maybe a coin that fell on the ground and you just can't get your fingernail underneath it to lift it up. This could help with that. Not much else, though. And speaking of not much else, that's it. That's all you get. This is a very minimalist Victorinox model, but I like it. One of the things I really like about it is that if you're someone who needs something that has a knife feature that's certainly more capable than a Victorinox Classic SD, yeah, compared to a Classic SD, that is definitely a much more substantial knife. Obviously, you lose the nail file and the scissors, and those scissors on the Victorinox Classic SD, oh, they are some of the best EDC scissors currently available, bar none. And that's coming from experience. I've tried other types of scissors on other knives, even standalone folding scissors. So if you don't mind losing the scissors as well as the nail file, and you're willing to put up with something a little bit bigger and definitely a bit longer, but still quite thin, yeah, this would not look outrageous on a keychain. It's also, yeah, it's also perfect as a pocket knife. Just toss it into a pocket. Very, very EDC friendly. Now, I will say this, if you really like the scissors on the Victorinox Classic SD, but you wish that you could get that set up on a slightly bigger tool, you can. It's called the Victorinox Ambassador model. That one might be worth checking out. Basically, it's just a somewhat bigger Victorinox Classic SD. Same tool set. This is absolutely smooth all the way. Wonderfully smooth handle scales and works really well as a minimalist EDC knife. It's just small enough, although some people might consider it a bit too big for keychain carry. I'd say it's just small enough that you could toss it onto a keychain. True, it's near the outer limits of keychain carry, but the fact that it's so flat with these smooth handles, yeah, really helps. And of course, pocket carry. There's another variation. You get this exact tool, however, on the back, you do have an offset corkscrew that obviously folds flat. That one, I believe, is called the bartender model, although I have heard some people refer to it as the waiter model. And yeah, it's this very same Victorinox Bantam, but with a folding corkscrew on the back, offset. I do have that particular model, but I do prefer the Bantam because it's just overall a bit thinner, smoother. I will say that if you get the bartender slash waiter model, you can get one of those little micro eyeglass screwdrivers that screws into the corkscrew. And if you're someone who wears glasses, that might be a better fit for you instead of the Bantam. Or if you're someone who wears glasses and you love to drink wine, yeah, check out the Victorinox bartender slash waiter model. But as for me, if you're looking for a minimalist Victorinox model that's very pocket friendly and not too big to put on a keychain, check out the Bantam. This is very nice, and it does give you more capability than just an ordinary thin slip joint that has a main blade and that's it. I will say that this combination tool, wire stripper, bottle opener, can opener, and flat driver, you will find this on the compact model, the Victorinox Compact. But the Bantam, thankfully, is a lot less expensive. Is it great as a bottle opener? No, but it gets the job done. Is it great as a can opener? No, but it gets the job done. Is it great as a flat driver? No, but it's surprisingly good as a flat driver. Definitely. And that wire stripper notch is the same one that you'll find on Victorinox's dedicated bottle opener feature. But yeah, so you get this combination tool on the Victorinox Bantam. You get it on the bartender slash waiter model, and you get it on the compact model as well. I think there might be one or two other Victorinox models that use this tool, but generally speaking, on the vast majority, you'll get a dedicated bottle opener, wire stripper on one end, and a dedicated can opener on the other. And those two dedicated tools, yeah, they're better than this one, but this is surprisingly good and it gets the job done. The blade, well, it's a blade. You know what it's used for. And yeah, that's pretty much everything, guys. If you want a keychain knife that's overall bigger than a Victorinox Classic, but you still want it to be reasonably thin, the Bantam is worth a look. If you want a nice, very slim Victorinox model that you can pocket carry, yeah, the Bantam definitely worth a look. This is absolutely ideal for those looking for a minimalist Victorinox knife. All right, guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the review. I do recommend the Victorinox Bantam. Just keep in mind its limitations. Guys, please stay safe out there. I'll see you soon with a new video. Take care.